Okay. Hey guys, what's up? So, this is going on the gaming channel and the vlog channel. Depending on what channel you're watching this on, I will link the other channel in the description box below, so you can go check it out and subscribe. I basically want to sit down and talk about two things. One, why I haven't been posting on the vlog channel in a while, and two, something else. It's taken me a while to want to get into it further. It's only been about a week since it happened, and I've only opened to very few friends and no teachers, like no counselors, no nothing, just my parents and other family members, and then only the friends that I trust. Basically, I'll just get the heavy hitter out of the way. He's not my technical, he's not my blood uncle. He is a step uncle. I don't really know if that's the way to say it, but yeah, I'll just say step uncle, like you have a stepdad. So yeah, it was my stepmom's half brother. He recently just passed away. He was in a motorcycle accident, and an 84-year-old woman ran a stop sign in her Camaro, and he collided with the side of the Camaro, and he probably flew off of his bike. He was wearing a helmet, luckily, so his face was not damaged, but even though he was wearing a helmet, he still did not make it out. I will not be giving out his name or who my stepmom is. That's just not stuff that I don't know if they're comfortable with me revealing that stuff, especially just because it's so recent. I wanted to tell you guys, especially y'all on the gaming channel. I know I don't have many subscribers, but those of you who are there, thank you. So his funeral was yesterday, and it was probably one of the most hard and least favorite days of my life. The day I found out that he died and the day of his funeral are the two dates that I think I will hate for the rest of my life. The night that I found out he died, I was right here at my desk. I had just got done editing one of my videos, I believe, and I get a call from my dad. I was like, yo, what's up? Because I thought he was just calling me to say goodnight, because that's normally what we do. And the only thing he says to me is, buddy, I got some bad news. And I was like, what's going on? So let me give you a background of what I thought he was gonna say when he said that. So right now, my grandpa is having mad health problems. He got diagnosed with cancer a few months ago, and he was having problems like blood clots and stuff like that in different parts of his body. He is manic and bipolar, meaning that he is just he's just not himself in the head. Health-wise, my man's fine. He's just chilling health-wise, but in the old noodle, no, he ain't there. Oh, there it is. Okay, there's my light. But yeah, there's some background. I thought when he said I have some bad news, he was about to talk about my grandpa. Either he was just doing worse or worse. But then he said blank, we'll call him Bob. Then he said Bob was in a accident tonight and he died. Not tonight. It was at 2:21, 2:22, whatever, in the afternoon. And I was shocked. I didn't know what to do. And I'm actually surprised I'm holding up the tears this well. So far, I think we can make it through the whole video. Like it. If I don't make it through the whole video, like it. But basically, it was really shocking because out of all the people, him, you just don't expect that. So I was on the phone and I was trouble speaking. I was just so shocked. I was sad. I was confused. I didn't know what was happening. So I was like, okay, well, tell my stepmom, tell her I'm here for her and stuff, because that's brother. And I'm still here for her now because it's hitting her really hard. So I'm gonna be there soon this week, and I'm gonna be there to just make sure that she's okay. So basically, I am not going to be taking a break from videos. I don't think that is something that this is going to cause, but the energy in my videos may not be the energy that you know from me. And I'm saying that for the gaming channel because I have not posted on the vlog channel in a long ass time. So a little bit more on Bob. Basically, after getting off the phone with my dad, I was like, okay, I love you, get some rest. Tell my stepmom, get some rest, like just go to sleep. Like you're probably shocked. So I get off the phone and I'm like, what the hell? So I run to my mom's room and I'm like, yo, blank's brother just died. And that's when I started to break down because I didn't know Bob that well at all. I still knew him though, and I still was cool with the guy. He just was not someone that I've seen enough times to actually become close with him. So I was still very sad that he passed away like that, because he's an awesome guy. He's so cool. Keep in mind, he's also ripped. He is hot. Okay. Too much? Probably. But yes, he is ripped. He's jacked. He is awesome. So, on the way to our house, on the way to my dad's house, which was 220, was when he died. But he was on the way to our house, and I was still there. He was going to come visit us. My stepmom's kids were there, so my step brother and sister, and I was there. And I didn't even know that I didn't even know he was coming. But that night when when my dad told me that Bob died, he was like, yeah, he was coming to see us. And he had just got signed for like a photo shoot or something, and if people voted for him, he would have won 25 bands. He was about to be rich. Yeah, so that happened. And that's really all I have to say for that night. I just started crying talking to my mom in her room, and I was like, dude, what's going on? That was probably the tightest I have hugged someone in my life, because I have never had a family member pass away before that I knew, which is kind of crazy to believe, but also kind of not. I think that's why I had a really difficult time with the funeral yesterday, with the tears. I was crying a lot because mainly the reason why I was upset, I didn't really know the guy, but I was so sad that he passed away. But mainly it was because of the pain that I knew all of the people around me were going through, like my dad, my stepmom, my stepbrother and sister, his mom, his dad, all that. So I know it's not easy for them. I know that for a fact. So I think that's mainly why I was crying so much, because I just knew all of the grief and pain that they're in right now, and it's so difficult. So yesterday was the funeral. We went to a church and did a service in there, with a preacher, pastor, whatever you call it. And that was my first waterworks session. Bruh. Which I don't really know why, but I was not in the front row with my dad and my stepmom and my step brother and sister and my step grandma. Technically, I was not up there. I should have been, and my dad told me that, but I don't know. But basically, yeah, that's when I first started crying. I was like, bro, I can't have this right now. So I stopped crying during the service, and then they were like, pallbearers, come up. And I was like, all right. So I come up. I'm pallbearer. I'm cool. And no, not the Babytron song.
Pointed at his toes, turned his Yeezys into foam runner.
So we all walk up, and we're rolling we're not even grabbing it. My stepbrother and I, we're not grabbing it. We're just following behind them, because we wanted to be pallbearers, but there was already enough people to grab the casket, so we were just following behind. So as we're bringing it to the car, I felt a little bit of like waterworks coming back. So when we roll it into the back of the special car that it goes into, I lose it. Like, I am bawling, and I'm not someone that cries like loud unless I am in pain, like serious pain. So I'm not someone that's like a but I'm also not someone that's silent, you know? So I'm just like a normal crier, because I just knew all of the, you asshole, I just knew all the pain that everyone was going through. It was terrible. So we go inside, and we're about to leave and go to the cemetery to bring the casket over the hole in the ground to have him be buried. So when we arrive there, us pallbearers, we get it out of the back of the car, and this time my stepbrother and I actually grabbed it. But yeah, we bring it over to like above the hole in the ground, like a little stand that it's on, and it was a deep hole, bro. Pause. But yeah, then there's another service where like the same pastor guy comes up and just does a little bit of a talk. And as we're doing it, I'm standing behind, there's like a set of chairs for like some people to sit down, and if they are having tough time standing, like with all the pain and stuff they're going through. So I'm standing behind the chairs, but my stepmom's mom, my stepmom, some other people, my stepuncle's dad, and then his wife, I think, or something like that, were also there as well. So as the preacher guy is talking, his real dad, because it's a half brother, I don't know if I mentioned that, his real dad, it starts crying like hard. Like, I think it was the person that it hit the most that day. He starts freaking losing it, and I don't blame it. I'm not saying this in like a rude way, but he starts actually losing it, and I just can't blame him. So after the preacher guy was done talking, the main guy who was running the funeral, he was like, okay, you can come up and grab a flower, or just like put your hand on the casket and pray or something like that. And as his real dad's crying, my stepmom and her mom are on either side of him, and they're like, do you want to go get a flower? Like, because he was just dying, dude. I felt so freaking bad. So he starts to walk up and to like get a flower, and then he falls to his knees and starts sobbing, like screaming, crying, like sobbing. It was probably one of the most traumatizing things I've ever seen. And I know when you think of traumatizing, you like think you watch someone die. This was traumatizing. I have never seen someone go through that much pain in my freaking life. And just keep in mind, the reason I think the reason that the funeral hit me hard and I was crying so freaking much out of like a lot of people was because this is the first funeral I've ever been to in my entire life. So I don't really know the vibe of a funeral. So seeing that and seeing all the people in pain was terrible. So this guy is crying for like a solid 5 minutes, and I'm standing there next to my stepbrother here, and my dad is right here. And I'm just sitting there with my arms like this, like just down at my legs, and I'm just sitting there crying like it's bad. I just rest my head on my dad's shoulder. I'm just like, bro, this is the most terrible thing I've ever watched. So after he's done, he finally is able to give himself up, and he takes a flower, and he's like, sorry if I'm holding anyone up. And I was like, no, bro. I wouldn't even care if you were still going. Like, take your time, Brody. But no, I get a flower. It's purple, my favorite color. But yeah, that was pretty much the end of the day. We kind of just went home after that and I took a nap. I got home, ate like 4 Doritos, didn't feel good, and then went to sleep for like an hour. But it was bad, bro. Like, that day was just the most sad day of my entire life. It was actually terrible. But yeah, that's pretty much how my weekend went. My week went great. I had no school this week because there was a DC trip and I didn't go. because I'm a loser. I'm kidding. I didn't want to go, and I don't want to get involved in politics because I don't give a fuck. But yeah, I was at my friend's house most of the time. But yeah, today I listened to church, and I still got this bad boy on. Y'all probably seen me wearing this. Maybe not the vlogs, but the gaming channel's probably seen me wearing this. But yeah, I kind of just wanted to update you guys on what's going on and why the energy in some videos may not be the best and the most high woohoo pumped up energy. I'm uploading a video now that I made this week at Luke's house, so that's gonna be a fun one. That's gonna be uploaded this week, maybe Monday or Tuesday, I don't know. It's Sunday by the time I'm making this, and this will probably go up probably tonight. But yeah, let me just talk for like 2 more minutes about what is going on the vlog channel. There's really not anything going on for the reason I haven't been posting. I'm working on a vlog right now. It's just a bunch of random clips of just shit that I've done in the past month. So if it feels good and I want to put it in the video, it's gonna go in there. But there's not really much to say about why I haven't posted. I'm not like abandoning that channel. It's just vlogs are a hard thing to get out if you don't have an idea. And I don't want to vlog every day like some people do, where they just sit there and yap about random shit. But yeah, guys, I hope you guys can understand why I may not. I mean, there might be a week where I don't post, but probably not. And I'm hoping that you guys can understand that, at least for the gaming channel, because I don't post on the vlog channel. It'll get better, I promise. But yeah, I love you guys so much. I will see you guys in the next freaking video, whether that's vlog or gaming, is going up on both. And like I said in the description box below, depending on what channel you're watching on, the other channel will be linked in the description. I will see you guys in the next one. I said that twice, but I love you so much, and goodbye.